Got another one. Hey, little bird. Also open up the big doors. Give them some options. There we go. Great to see you guys again. It's been a great week so far. First off, it's starting to cool down. I can sleep without a fan. We can close the windows at the house sometimes. You aren't sweating like a hog at resting speeds. Wait, but hogs don't really sweat, so if I'm not sweating, I am sweating like a hog. But that's not what that saying means. And it's been nice finding a rhythm. I've started to kind of find a social group of my own. It's been good. I've been listening to a lot on the Enneagram lately, both through audiobooks and podcasts. I've been looking into myself a lot for the last couple weeks and a lot this past week, but more on that later. I think that will get its own video in good time. Also, on Sunday, I got to take my first trip up to the mountains. We went up there for an autumn apple festival. This afternoon, we decided to go up to a town in the mountains for an apple festival. Natalie, what's the name of this town? Where are we? So this town is called Giparunda. I've just been informed by Natalie, that's how you say it. Okay, what is it then? What?
It's Giparunda. The J is very Cypriot.
Okay.
In Greek, it's G, Giparunda. Oh, it's easier to go like this. Yeah, but I don't know where I'm going.
Joel, ever the pragmatist? You got all the secrets?
Hopefully. I got a map.
Oh, yes.
We start with the fun part.
Oh!
The monkey.
Never eaten honey like this.
We need it.
So excited.
It gets really chewy. The last stuff, I just throw it away afterwards. It gets chewy.
My beard?
It's okay, you have a mirror right there. You see?
True.
This is you.
Oh, it's so good. How's the cheesecake?
It's really, really good.
Good. Next thing I buy, I will make sure you can eat it as well.
They look like corn dogs almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is this I'm eating? Why do you have to hide? What is it?
Gubes. Gubes.
Okay, so what's it made with? Do you know?
It's a mix of good stuff and even better stuff. And then you fry it.
Yeah, it's like a corn dog sausage thing. Yeah, kinda. It's like it's a mix of like herbs and meat, and it's like wrapped in a fried bread shell. It's like the honey pita that they sell.
Yeah.
But like way better. Well, that didn't last long. It was like hot applesauce with flour. It's normally grapes, but today it was apple, because it's the Apple Fest. It was delicious. Apparently it's quite seasonal and special, so glad we got a chance to try it. The apple fritter, but it's shaped like a chip. Well, there you have it. The Apple Festival in some town whose name I can't remember. It's cool. It does feel like fall, but it definitely was a very different experience than an Apple Festival back home. Today is our main meeting day. The whole YFC team here meets together in this little room. In the background, Swedish school is currently going on. Johannes just closed the window, but I think he's trying to steal a bit of a free education from sitting up here. We're just short Amy this week, but this is more or less what these meetings look like. So there's zero fun ways to portray a meeting on video. Just try to skip over that quickly. But that is a little space that we rent in a little upper room of a church, right above the cafe actually. So I'm still trying to figure out the best format for this. I want to spread my weekend review out at least among the first half of my day, because I feel like sitting in my room was getting boring. We had another great weekend at After Hours. I had a little bit more space to interact with the youth and the volunteer, but most importantly the youth. There was a bit of an incident that involved me having to step up a little bit more and take on responsibility. We had less staff than we were hoping for. And it was unexpected, but it went off pretty well. There was a few bumps along the way, but all things considered, it was a positive weekend. The Saturday nights are still new, so we're always a little bit nervous about how they're going to go, but it was full. It was a little bit slow at first, but it ended up being a real great fun night in the end. I've also developed a social media strategy that I'm collaborating on with one of the youth volunteers as well, so that helps with my expectations, and I'm really starting to feel like I understand my role, and that everything's a little bit more laid out now. Apart from that, my week's been a lot of biking, cooking, gleaning. Along this bike path, there's fig and pomegranate trees, so that's gonna help keep the food budget down. How do you know when a fig is good to pick, Joel?
I don't.
We don't know. We don't know what this fruit is yet.
Maybe.
Oh, it's gotta be a type of orange. Look at that. It's maturing to an orange color around there, but what a country. I mean, I'm told they aren't the most delicious ones, but hey, they're free. And even some basketball with some of the staff, youth, and volunteers here. I am not great at basketball, and I'm even worse at cardio. Thankfully, one of the youth that we were hanging out with is worse at basketball, though he definitely has better cardio than I do, but it kind of helped even out the playing field. So James, what is it you do in Paphos?
I run our Paphos group, have a pretty cool bunch of teenagers, all from different backgrounds and different ages.
How long have you been in Cyprus for?
15 years now, since 03. I think the only time I lived abroad was I lived in Israel for 3 months in Eilat when I was 16. Fun fact, I paraglided through 4 countries at the same time, through the Israeli, Jordanian, Syrian and Egyptian waters. It was a little bucket list thing, but yeah. But aside from that, I've lived in Cyprus since I was 10 years old. Before that, UK.
What stands out to you about living here in Cyprus?
I mean, I guess the biggest one is the obvious. The pace of life is, everything here is cigar, slowly, which is both good and bad. It's bad in the sense where nothing really gets done on time, but at the same time it's good because we're always chilled out and we're pretty relaxed. So,
well, food's here.
And that bad boy. Cheers, bro.
Apart from this one little cafe that I'm actually at now and I've been frequenting as much as I can on this budget, I have been having a hard time connecting with people other than the youth and other internationals like me. And I'm trying to find ways to cope with being home as much as I am, especially when it comes to work. I don't work well from home. I've known this back when I was in Canada. If I try to stay at home, there's just too many distractions and I'm not as productive as I should be. And though I've been better with being at home and being with myself and everything like that here, I'm still not getting as much done as I should. So I'm trying to figure out strategies and different ways of approaching things to deal with that here. I'm glad that I'm improving at spending long periods of time alone, but there's still definitely a balance that I'm on the other side of now. The headband's a new thing. I got sick of sweating through my hats and also got sick of having my hair in the way, so it's a good in between. You might disagree and that's fine. Thumbs up if you like it, or comment if you don't. A bit of a slower day today, but that's okay. It's good to be in a routine and not to be running around everywhere all the time. Also getting to connect a little bit more with a colleague from out of town who's currently on the phone.
Yeah, it hits you randomly.
Behind me. Well, not the most exciting day, but honestly a pretty average one. Usually it involves a little bit more editing than shooting, but thank you again for watching. Let me know how you feel about the style of filming down in the comments if you prefer it to what I've been doing for the last couple weeks. And yeah, let me know what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, any burning questions you might have, or whatever. I'd like to respond and show as much as I can that you guys want to see. I looked into what a normal Cypriot goodbye was, and apparently it's just bye-bye. So, bye-bye.